Okay guys, today is May 7th. It's been sitting, this car has been sitting in my garage for about 3 weeks now. Honestly, we've tried to rewire the countershaft speed sensor, but for whatever reason, here goes the new plug that I bought. Right here, one of the wires did come out, but we tested it with that in there correctly. Yeah guys, so I don't know. We rewired it correctly. The ECU will not read the countershaft speed sensor, so it is stuck in limp mode. We did change it in Hondata to be a countershaft speed sensor. I don't know. I'm beat. I'm bummed. But what I'm going to have to do for now is install back in this transmission the 5-speed with the bad third gear. The plan is to add the ring gear for the vehicle speed sensor. This is the one from my 5-speed. We want to add the gear that runs that into this transmission. So to get this car running, I need to put this transmission back in there, and as you guys can tell, I broke a couple countershaft speed sensors. These are the countershaft speed sensor. So yeah, those guys are broken. There was something I was going to try, was the K-Tune, what's it called? It was the K-Tune VSS converter. So I'm gonna set this right here to kind of show you. So if you grind down the countershaft speed sensor, the tabs, and then you pull the plastic pin out of in here, the plastic piece, this guy, it will plug into the countershaft speed sensor, and then you have to rewire these wires. You got to repin it and wire these differently for it to read the countershaft speed sensor. But that is with the K-Tune converter box. Honestly, I don't have the time or the patience to get that and then ask a friend to help me rewire it, because it's kind of a pain for him to come out and help me. So at this point, I mean, my best option is to do something that I can do myself, which is swap the transmission. I can rewire this guy back in, and I could get it back running with this guy. So I just gotta put that plastic tab back in there. And yeah, there is a little bit of, there's two wires that I have to fix under the dash that we were trying to do with the countershaft speed sensor. But I'm just going to put back in the 5-speed, get that ring gear installed onto this transmission, and whoops, and go from there. So unfortunately, got to take some of the stuff back off. Obviously the wheels, the axles, drain the fluid, remove the bottom piece of the header to get out the transfer case. I might be able to actually drop the transmission down, so I might be able to leave the transfer case on, but it's just a pain and a lot of time that's just been wasted, and I'm ready to get this car back on the road. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on into it. You guys don't need me to remove the wheels or anything. I'll debate when I want to turn on the camera back on, but yep, let's go ahead and get this car back on the road and start taking some parts off of it. Alright guys, so in this video it's going to be removing the all-wheel drive transmission. let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so I tried a different way to remove the axle, which ended up being a whole lot faster. I removed the 2 bolts for that camber control arm. I don't know if you want to call it the upper control arm or the camber kit, but in this instance, I know it's a camber kit because it's what I ordered for this car, but I removed that and the strut. I didn't record it how I had to get the coilover out, but I had to twist this around and then pull the coilover out through here, since I forgot this has this bracket. Let's see. And then as you guys saw, well, you guys didn't see me slide out the coilover, but I slid it out, and then I was able to pull this down and undo the brake lines from the coilover, and there it is. One axle's out. The other side's a little bit more difficult because it's got the half shaft, so I gotta go work on that now. But this ended up being much easier than any other way that I've done it. I don't like messing with these ball joints because the last time I jacked up the bolt or the stud, luckily I was still able to use it, but I just don't like messing with these. So for me, this was actually really easy. It took like 30 minutes just to get this out real quick. Now I'm going to jump over to the other side. I don't know what I'm going to record, so we'll see. We'll see if I record the whole thing or just removing some of it. But a little bit tighter of a space over here, so I got to make some space and get over here and Let's knock this out. Okay, before I can get to unbolting the transmission, all that's left is the clutch slave cylinder over here, 2 bolts, the shift linkage, this sensor right here. Let's see. This one right here. Okay, and my 2 ground wires on the transmission, and that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to finish this up because I want to get the other transmission in here tonight. Okay, I have the starter out. Remember, it's just 2 bolts, the little ground clip, and the power up top. Let's see, what else did I do? The rear motor mount is off the transmission. So I think what I want to do next is unbolt the transmission from here and then remove this motor mount out and go ahead and get the jack under it. So I'm going to get the jack under it right now and jack it up and then remove this whole mount here. Alright guys, the all-wheel drive transmission is out. I took out the all-wheel drive rear mount also. As you guys can tell, I removed the motor mount. I think that worked out a lot better to remove the motor mount off the transmission and pull it off. I just don't like the way I have it standing up right there on the brick with one of my, I forget what those ones are called. Hydraulic jacks or something like that, I don't know. But, yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. It took me about 2 hours to get this off. It's almost midnight, and I might actually start on the video of installing this transmission back on. Kind of sucks because it's all dirty. I mean, this one's gotten dirty now with my hands being on it so many times. But I think I have to swap over some parts from this one, the throwout bearing, the fork, the boot, onto that transmission and seal up this top part up here. So I might just knock that out. And I don't know, we'll see how far I get with the next video, but just, guys, like, subscribe, and share. There will be progress. Remember, like I said, this transmission is going to go back on after I add that ring gear for the speed sensor. So once I get that added, this could go back on. So this transmission is just perfect, feels great. When I have my friend open it up, I haven't decided if I'm going to do it yet or if I'm going to have my friend. So I'm still debating on that. But I will we'll see what those synchros look like in those gears. But the way that car the Integra shifted with this, shifts fine. But I'm over the limp mode. I want to get this car back on the road. I want my AC back. I've been fortunate in Arizona that the weather hasn't been too hot. Just a couple days. But yeah, guys. So like, subscribe, share the video. More videos to come. This is going to be back on the road very soon. Hopefully tomorrow. But thanks, guys. And I hope all the new subscribers are enjoying the videos.